yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the evening vibes. You know what I'm saying? We have late vibes, but we also have evening vibes. It's 7 o'clock in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's chilling. And we've got to discuss the latest Man United news. INEOS need to make a decision now. We need to talk about it. We need to, analyze what's going on, what's happening, who they're picking, who they're not picking. And yeah, man, there's a lot of rumors. Too many managers getting thrown at it, and they need to decide. To discuss it with me today, we got man like Ash in the building. Ash, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm easy. You all right, Saeed? Yeah, all good, all good. Pleasure to meet the boys as well. It's just one of them, and it's another week of Ten Hag, and it's just kind of getting past him. That's what I can't wait for now as a United fan. You know, just seeing the end of the tunnel with him. So we'll discuss it, and we'll discuss the potential possibilities of who replaces him and that. But what we doing all right, chatting, chilling, and looking after yourselves. It's cold out there. It's freezing. Yeah. I mean, I'm finished with this weather. I'm done.
Bro, it's too much, man. It's not picking up as well, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Kofi, what are you saying, man? Everything all blessed?
Yes, brother. What's going on, people? Happy to be back. Today we're going to talk some stuff, man. You get me? So everyone stay tuned. But yeah, I'm good, bro. How you doing, man?
Oh, man. Yeah, man, all blessed. Can't complain, man. Can't complain, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Everything's all blessed. Kaz, what are you saying, man? Everything all good? What are you telling me?
Long time since I've been on this channel, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm all right, man. I've just been throwing up in my mouth a little bit, watching Liverpool beat the other team 4-1 currently away from home. So it's just like, oh, man, I feel sick. If anyone's watched my content lately, yeah, I've been praising other teams because Man United make me sick. And then you know what?
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Let me just be a football fan. And
yeah,
I've come away from being a hothead to more debatable. Like, I just want to talk football. And don't get me wrong, I'll be shameless, but I'm just waiting for the summer. Like, I will change back.
For real.
From 3 to 4 months to the last one.
Yeah, nah, 100%, man. Nah, big up to Kaz as well, man. Listen, make sure you like the video right now. Don't stop. Hit the like button, people. And we're gonna just chat, man, because listen, man, I should start with you, man. Do you feel like it's getting a bit too much now? The journalist talking, there's a lot of names now. We'll get to Southgate in a bit, though. Do you not feel like the facade around it now is getting a bit like too much now? It's like INEOS needs to just grab it by the scruff of the neck and make a decision soon or come out with something, because I feel like now every journalist is running with their story, man. And it's like, they're just capitalizing on United, really. Let's be honest, man. And it's not good for the fans because there's the division now. There's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? To big up husband in the building. There's too much going on. You know what I mean? And ultimately, man, it's not good for anyone, man. Let's be honest. Not good for both sides. Surely the argument.
It's a typical United situation. Any kind of speculation, any kind of news, and the media, they dive on it, don't they? And they speculate. And I think partly because a lot of agents will be putting the managers' names out there. Do you know what I mean, for the job? Because they'll see what's going on with Ten Hag. They'll see the fact that INEOS new owners. Very rarely does a new owner come in and then not new owners, but partial new owners. A new owner comes in and then brings in their man, brings in their purse. You're going to see that with Omar. And it's one of those where I'm like I said a little bit just a second ago. I'm excited to see who we are going to get in next. We've got plenty of possibilities. I'm devastated to hear about this idea of Potter. We keep hearing over and over again Dan Ashworth's man and Graham Potter, and I just don't want to go anywhere near it. Do you know what I mean? He failed his test at a big club, and I don't want to touch that guy. There's a few other suspect names as well, like Southgate and that. There's some good big managers out there, and that's the thing that's worrying. If we're going to get the right man, it's that point where I would rather keep Ten Hag than go for someone like Graham Potter or a Southgate. That's where I'm at personally. But any of the other big names, then yeah, and I'm excited for the media to keep pushing it. And whether INEOS make that decision early, I don't feel like they will do. I think they're going to push it as long as they can until we don't get Champions League, because I imagine there's a clause in the contract where Ten Hag, if he isn't able to reach Champions League, then he's going to be able to get sacked. The severance pay is going to be half or a quarter of what it would be if he was in the Champions League. So I imagine that's what we're waiting for, really. He's waiting until we're mathematically out of the Champions League places, possibilities. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is, though? It kind of feels like we're out of it anyway, man. I don't know if anyone still has hope for top 4, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we're kind of out anyway.
We're done.
You
Look,
know what I mean? Like it's
Can I make an argument for Graham Potter a
Let-
little bit? Like, just a little argument.
Go
I'm
on.
not saying he's going to be the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not going to say he's going to be amazing for us, but is it really fair to really judge him upon Chelsea? Because I believe no matter what manager goes to Chelsea, it's going to fail. Like no matter what manager comes under the Glazer regime, it's going to fail under us.
I agree,
So
bro.
he had no backing pretty much because he didn't. The only player that he actually really wanted was actually Nkunku, who he didn't get to use in the end, and then Madueke.
Yeah.
And if you think about the support behind them with the board, I don't think they're supporting their manager the way they need to, run a proper ship. So with Graham Potter, I'm not going to really forget what he done for Brighton, even before when he was in the Swedish league. I just feel like if he's got some sort of backing behind him and a proper system going on for him, he could actually be that stepping stone for us. Because I believe whatever manager we end up getting is going to be a stepping stone. Just because it didn't work out for Chelsea, don't mean it's going to work out anywhere else. Yes, they're going to talk about his haircut,
Exactly.
his dresses, and everything. But when you come to Man United, you're going to have to wear a suit and everything, anyways, because that's the standard. We are we're quite, how do I say it when it comes to quite sophisticated. We look sophisticated. Yeah, exactly. I can't articulate myself as well as the Terry Fluers of the world, or maybe the Gopies of the world. But do you know what I mean? I don't think he would be a bad appointment because guess what? This time last year, I guarantee a lot of us were very, very excited for someone like Ten Hag, right? Just for him to come in and change the way he was, and guess what? Be seeing nothing, right? Or is it?
Sure.
I know Graham Potter's just an underwhelming name, though.
There's better managers out there, though, isn't there?
Come on,
There's better managers. There's better managers, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? He's bottom of the list, isn't it, Kaz?
No.
There's
another name that's bottom of the list.
You're better than that, Cass.
I'll take it. I'll take Potter, man. I can't lie. I'll take Potter.
You know what? This side versus that side.
I'll take Potter, bro.
I wouldn't mind. It's not on top of my list, but I wouldn't mind Graham Potter.
Yeah,
I feel like the slander is a bit too much. It's a bit too much to slander. I feel like people are brushing him under the kind of thing in the Chelsea one.
Side, man. What we doing here? He deserves it. Well, obviously, at the end of the day, he deserves the criticism. I mean, I understand what you guys say. But you got to remember, that was his first test. That was his first, at Brighton, right? And I put a tweet out. This is a bit random, but I put a tweet out in September, right, about Brighton and the difference about managing Brighton and managing Manchester United. Look, at the end of the day, right, Zerbi, I don't actually rate him either. I think he's a decent manager for that kind of level. Obviously, maybe a bit higher than Brighton. But the point I'm trying to make is the pressure is different, bro. Brighton, just prior to the recent run, they haven't won a game in ages, and there's no media pressure. There's no real pressure from the fan base. I'm sure their fans will probably disagree and so forth. But I put a tweet out about Zerbi saying, he's massively underrated, etc. And the Brighton fans are defending him in drones, bro. If you did that at United, you lost. You've won 1 in 5. You'd be getting absolutely crucified. And for me, the situation with Potter is at Brighton, he had it cushy, he had it easy. There was literally no expectations, no pressure. He could go a couple of games without getting a result, and no one would even bat an eyelid. But when they were playing that free-flowing football, it was easy for them because the ramifications of them losing those games, there wasn't any. Basically, there was no pressure. There was no, a slap in the wrist, etc. So he can play whatever kind of football he wanted. So that's why when he went to Chelsea, I was looking at him under the microscope. I was thinking, for me, there's not many top British managers. Let's keep it real. There's not many. You can't really name any top quality managers. And for me, I was thinking, Potter might be that guy that breaks the mold. You never know. But the truth of the matter is, Cass, I agree with your points regarding the Chelsea situation. Similar to Man United, we're somewhat a poison chalice. So I do agree with that sentiment. But the point I'm trying to make is, he had his opportunity. He had to flourish. Man got a fresh trim, came with a suit. He's looking all scruffy at Brighton. I thought, man's a changed man. Man's going to do things different. I thought, we part of this.
But at the same time, he didn't even have a pre-season or anything to implement anything.
I hear that, Cass, but the point I'm making, this was his first opportunity with actual pressure, bro. And let's keep it real, he crumbled. There was moments that in his first season, he looked lost. No,
it's no coincidence. There must be no coincidence. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, though, man. Osman. Sorry to cut you there. Yeah. Did you rate Pochettino more than Potter?
No.
Before he took that Chelsea job,
I don't rate Poch. I told he's a butler as well.
Yeah. But did you rate him more as a manager, more than Potter though, last year before he even entered the job? Before he entered the Chelsea job.
No, I'll probably say I'll put more respect on Potter's name. I can't lie.
So there's no coincidence that this team that's already in 10th or 11th still, that finished last year in 12th. They're not far off of that. And to be fair, there's that's a coincidence, isn't it? It doesn't matter. Like
The boys gave
You
everything.
can say that. You can say that, Casper. The way I'm looking
They said Pochettino was steady the ship and get us top 4 because that's all he's good for.
Poch is a fraud, man. He's a fraud. Honest to God. I'm just saying, like, the way I see it, this was his. Notice that when you go for a job interview, right? Sometimes you get one opportunity to impress the people in front of you. And this guy had his one opportunity at Chelsea, and he completely fluffed his lines.
Right, Roma 4-0. Is it 4-0?
Oh,
shit.
Oh, it's 4-0.
Oh, it's 4-0.
It's not
nah, this is what I mean about Zerbi. Listen,
I
like Zerbi. Chill, man.
No, hold on a minute. No. I want to just tell you. Man's getting smacked up, like weekly, bro. Like, what's going on, man? I know he's got injuries here, but let me check the Brighton team today, yo.
No,
let me see what the Brighton team is.
Hey, bro, the team ain't bad. The team ain't bad. They got a Dinger on the wing. They've got and Cisso's back. He's an attacking mid. Welbeck's playing up front, which you think has got.
That's what I said, man.
He's got Pascal.
Yeah, well, how did Potter do in the Europa League and the Conference League and that? Potter didn't even get there, did he?
Tell him, but it's easy to manage Brighton and look good, but that's the point I'm trying to make. But when you get to the big boys,
I know
the pressure's different, the spotlight is different, and when he got under that spotlight, he completely capitulated. So for me, this Manchester United situation, we've got a new structure. We need to give it to someone that's got at least a bit of credibility and credit in the bank to an extent. And there's only the person I would want is probably not someone that anyone else would want, but I want Nagelsmann. That's my go-to if I was to.
I'll go Nagelsmann.
I got Nagelsmann.
Usman, bro, what you're saying about pressure, whoever we get is going to be under more pressure than the previous club because this is Man United, bro. You know how it is. Whoever we get is going to be mad pressure. We don't want to play in how many years, bro. It's going to be peak for whoever we get. So even Nagelsmann, can he handle it? We don't know yet. You know what I mean? So he's a young coach, bro. How old is he? 36?
Yeah, 36.
He's very, very young. He's very young. You're right. Look, there's question marks about anyone. I mean,
like what are you saying? Nagelsmann with the pressure? Nagelsmann with the pressure? You've not seen him with a suit at Bayern coming out with the suits?
Yeah, bro,
I mean, he can handle the pressure.
No, but for me, I just don't think Potter's not that guy, man. He just smacks off like Southgate England vibes. You get what I mean? Like just like go to England, man. Go to England and replace Southgate, please. Don't.
Are we going into Southgate? Why are we judging Southgate? Who else is going to unlock Harry Beckenbauer? Right, Saeed?
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to unlock him?
Exactly.
If we can't get rid of him, we might.
Someone made a comment there. Someone made a comment there about fucking, you know what I mean, Southgate. Nah, man. Listen, Southgate. I'm sorry, man. Like that would be the worst. You know what made me a bit worried though? Is what was my man? Ornstein. When he was talking about like they do admire him or whatnot, bro. Allow the admiration, bro. You get me? Like, I admire a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean I want it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I may not get it. You know what I mean? So Southgate, oh my god, man. It's honestly like that would be a no-go. I might have my season ticket, man. Ash. I might have my season ticket if we get Southgate. Seriously. I might have my season ticket. I'll be real with you. I actually might hand it in and say, yo, listen, enough's enough, mate. Man,
you were a Nagelsmann fan, weren't you? That's what I was thinking. I swear you're a Nagelsmann guy.
I'm a Nagelsmann guy.
Oh, there we go. I thought you were. I was thinking you're.
I love. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know about years ago. I've only been on YouTube for 2 years, nearly, not even 2 years. But
bro, I wanted him at RB Leipzig, man. Before he went to Bayern, man, I'm a big fan of his.
I like the way. I just think he's got.
Ollie smoked him though, lads, man. Ollie smoked him 5-0, man. What's going on there, man? Come on.
Yo, Ollie, you know what? Rashford hat-trick. Yo, that guy's
special times. Different times.
I hear you, but still.
Today isn't yesterday. So,
listen, Nagelsmann over Potter every day of the week, but the truth of the matter is, as you guys have rightly said, whoever comes into United, man, it's an uphill battle.
Nagelsmann or Amorim, it has to be.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy. So I want to desperately as well. So that's kind of big. So
you know what the thing is, we got good options. It's not like there's nobody out there. You got Amorim at Sporting who's beasting. Do you know what I mean? You know what? Sporting hadn't won the league title for 18 years before they bring him in. They spent 10 million bringing him in from Braga. That was a big signing for them. You've got Simeone Inzaghi at Inter, who's just a monster and tearing up the Champions League and the Serie A. And whether you'd be able to pry him out of that team, we've got options. You've got. You've got Zerbi, who kind of is faltering at the moment. And you got Hansi Flick, you got Nagelsmann. I don't think there's bad options out there unless we start looking at Potter and Southgate. You look throughout the history of the Premier League, English managers, they struggled, they suffered. Do you know what I mean? You look at Italian managers, what have we got? We've got Mancini, we've got Ancelotti, we've got Ranieri. Italian managers tend to do pretty well in the Premier League historically. So I'd be looking like at an Inzaghi person. That's probably Inzaghi or Nagelsmann, but one of them two, I don't think we'd go wrong with either of them. Do you know what I mean?
Right. You got to remember, Barca need a manager, Bayern need a manager, Liverpool need a manager.
Everyone.
They're more enticing projects.
Everyone.
Let's keep it real.
Bro, listen, man, it's going to be a manager merry-go-round, man. Like, managers are going to be more important than signings this summer. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Like, you know, when I look at it, it's one of them where it's mad, bro. But you know what it is here? With INEOS, though, like, what do you reckon they're saying in their minds? Because right now, Brailsford hasn't really spoken. My man hasn't really backed him. You get me? Like, they're moving quiet, man. They're moving, like, very, very, like, you know. But then again, these briefs are happening for a reason, though, Kaz, man. You know, these briefs here, I always say to myself, they don't happen for a reason. They happen for something. Someone has leaked something out. Someone has found some information, and they know full well he's getting sacked. It's just, again, now a case of who gets a job. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what they're basically saying.
Yeah, this is what it was saying. There's no smoke without fire, right? But the thing is, the fact they're being quiet, for me, is better, because there's something that we always complained about, is about the fact that there's so much leaks going on in and around. The fact we got Omar Barada and it's below everybody's, like, literally, they fooled all of us, you know, kept things quiet. That's how it should be. INEOS sounds so tight-knit that they're not letting nobody know nothing. And it's probably good that we don't, because as much as we want to know, it's probably best for the team, Ten Hag even, to try and get results and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To not even bother coming out until it needs to come out, which is probably, I don't think we're gonna know anything until May. We gotta know stuff in May, in my opinion.
No, but give us something though, man. Give us a little clue, like a little something, man.
They're doing interviews now, though. 100%.
Just a picture at a restaurant or something. Do you know what I mean? Just like an obscure picture. That's what, you know, you'd go back to the old days, some of that shit. Do you know what I mean?
They said Hansi Flick was in Manchester the other day.
Yeah, that's what I need. Them rumors there. That's what I need, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think you said it was in Fulham or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's mad, man. Big up to, was it White at L? It's a surprise that Thomas Franks doesn't get more talk for a big job like United. You know what, man? Not me, man. Nah, man.
Calm down.
You know, but if you're discussing Potter, he's the same guy. Do you know what I mean? If you're discussing Potter, Thomas Frank, same thing, is it not?
Potter's way better than him. Potter's way better than him, man. Come on. Who's Thomas Frank? He's got two first names.
Go to West Ham, bro, then think about, you know, getting so big. Replace David Moyes, man. Then, you know,
they don't trust a man with two first names. Thomas Frank. Come on.
There's levels to this, man. There's levels, man. There's levels to this, bro. That's the reality, man. Like, there's levels to what you could do, man. This is Man United. We're still a big club, man. As much as we've been shit over the years, don't try and give us a nobody, man. You know what I mean? Don't try and just, you know what I mean? Like, be real, man.
Thomas Frank, to be fair to him, has done a brilliant job. I don't want to disrespect him.
Yeah, he's done a brilliant job
He has done a brilliant
job.
We forget that they're quite newly promoted, actually. We kind of forget, because they've been so stable since they've come up. Like, look at flipping Sheffield United and Luton, etc. Like they've just come up. They look like obviously they're going to go back down, but he's done such a good job at Brentford. You kind of forget they've only been promoted a couple of years. So fair play to the guy. But go to West Ham and replace him.
Everyone's like not having this 4-0, man. Bro, see, like I said, Zerbi, bro, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I can do the fluctuation of results, man. Like, he could be amazing, but then he can also get thrashed. Like, and that's something that, you know what it is, with Ten Hag at the start, my man was just like conceding bare goals, and I was like, yo, like, open, like, close the shop up, man. With Zerbi, he don't close the shop, man. He says it's open 24 hours. You know what I mean? He says, yo, we're going to play this expansive style, and there's no kind of baseline. Mama don't close the shop. You know, he's like a Nisa, a Spa. Them man, 24 hours a day. You know, them ones there, like, just open all night, and then, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro, man. That's the thing that with Zerbi, I think he's a good coach, but broski, you man need to just chill. When you need to close the shop, man. Stop conceding more goals. Bro, I don't know if people would handle that, man. Especially me. I'm a guy who's very, very emotional watching Man United. If I see hella goals again, come on, man. It's crazy.
Who's your top three? Your top three candidates. Like, who do you want? Who's your top three, like, managers that you want?
Top three, Hansi Flick, Simeone Inzaghi, and Nagelsmann. That's my top three.
Can't go wrong with any of them.
I don't want Inzaghi. I don't want to watch pragmatic 5-3-2 football. I'm not on it. It works in Italy. I'm not.
They play good football though, man. They play good football though, man. It's not a pragmatic one you think, you know. It's like they play out from the back, bro, and they play it well as well. They play it well. They play it in a way where it's kind of like, you know, they play it well. But the thing is though, like, you know what it is with me? Three at the back here, people look at it as a defensive formation. It could be attacking. If you get two fullbacks that are actually, like, if we go and get the fullback from Bayer Leverkusen and we go get DiMarco from Inter Milan, like,
we're not making
out of the hood, man.
Bayern.
No, because they don't really put three at the back's different. Most teams, even Pep plays three at the back.
Even Dalot.
Pep plays three at the back these days. Most teams, even with sometimes Pep plays three at the back. But Inter Milan's more five at the back, pretty much. There's always someone covering the wing back situation. Anyways, if you want to go look at tactics, let's go look at tactics. Yeah, when DiMarco goes up, obviously he's defensively absolutely shocking, but there's always someone there to cover him and all that. It's great, but I'm not willing to watch all that crap. The only one I would watch from pragmatic football is that man over at Atletico Madrid. That's the only one I'm accepting. Yeah, proper mentality, that guy over there.
He's the only one.
He's played better football. He's even gone to three at the back, five at the back this season.
Wait, Simeone, you said, yeah?
Yeah. That's the only one I'm willing to forget about all football. Even he's played
3 years without a trophy. 3 years without a trophy now, you know. Atletico Madrid. Now, I'm just saying, man, it's not performing. I don't know if it's going stale.
There's another name you mentioned, but the thing is, I've got to ask you this question. Zinedine Zidane, he said he doesn't want to come to England, but he said he wants to return to football. So, and I don't think that's going to be in La Liga, right? So
he's not coming England. He's not coming England. That's never happening. His wife ain't having it.
For discussion's sake,
it's not wise to having it.
Other than his philosophy of winning, what's his actual style of play and what's his actual philosophy? Like, what's his style?
Vibes, bro. Ronaldo and vibes, bro. He won't come to United and do anything, man. He won Champions League with Ronaldo, Bell, these guys. Who have we got, man? Come on, let's be serious.
You know what it is?
Go on.
He done it.
Sorry to cut you off here. Sorry to cut you off, Kobe, but Zidane doesn't work with projects, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, I look at it. Big Benz will probably tell us he's a Real Madrid fan, but he only works in projects that are set. Like, he's coming to a Real Madrid team that was set for him to win, bro. Yeah, he had that team towards the end where, you know what I mean, it didn't have the Ronaldo or whatnot, but still, like, he has a team that are winners, man. They're winners, and he had a team that was set. Can he rebuild? I'm not sure he can, man. He's not showing at the level.
We've never seen him in that situation.
Oh.
So we don't. I know,
but he's 50 odd now. He's 50 odd now. Come on, man. It's not as if you can't be telling yourself now. He's like, he don't want to do. Like, I feel like he's got the arrogance about it, which fair enough is good, but he feels like he can't do like internships. He can't do that. You know what I'm saying? He can't.
Rightly so. He won the Champions League 3 times back to back, bro.
I know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So why do people expect him to come to Man United and do a project?
He's probably got Bayern Munich, bro. Honestly, I know it's a bit left field, but Xabi Alonso is not always Bayern Munich manager. Obviously, I think most of us feel that. But if he ends up at Liverpool, I think Zidane at Bayern Munich is realistic. I can't lie. Like, I can see that happening. If he comes back to management, anyway.
Is that not Man United through and through? Freestyle, like attacking, attack. You know, like
you know what, Kofi? You know, I don't think there's players out there these days. I think a lot of players are more systemified. Do you know what I mean? Zidane relied on individual brilliance and creativity and allowing the players to kind of make it up on the spot as they're going along in the final third. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I don't think those players exist in today's modern football. I think that the Peps and the Tuchel, they've coached players out of that now, and you just don't see it across the leagues anymore, especially at the top tier quality level. Anyway,
facts.
Yeah. Big up to Adewale. He says, why do some United fans beef Brighton and De Zerbi? Makes no sense to me. Well, Adewale, are you wanting De Zerbi? Because I can't lie to you. I feel like you're gonna regret saying this, you know. I'll be real with you. I think a lot of people are gonna regret wanting De Zerbi as a manager. And this is just my outside looking in. But once it looks, you know what it is? It's like a shiny toy. On the outside, it looks good, but then when you actually like hold it and you kind of like, you know what I mean, you do things with it, you know what I'm saying, like it's not the greatest.
Bro, you know what I mean, bro? Like, the way players talk about him, bro.
Of course he scores.
It's shiny, but it's not.
Scores, man.
You know what I mean, bro?
Come on, man.
But bro, the way players talk about the Zerbi, the way he manages, they say that he's the best manager ever, but they act like he's like better than Pep and that. That's how they move. So I want to see what he can do with our players, bro. The way they talk about
that team's not a good team.
I'm going to be honest. I think we end up hiring him. It points everything points to De Zerbi, whether you like it or not.
No.
You know, Omar Barada, the guy
it does. I reckon it does, man.
The guy that was on top of the list to replace Pep, and he was an admirer of him. Omar Barada. The guy that's worked with him.
Well,
actually, to be fair, I don't know if Dan Ashworth actually worked with him, but in a setup that Dan Ashworth knows and the sort of player that he appreciates.
He probably appointed him. He probably appointed him, didn't he? Did he not appoint him?
I'm not too sure when he went to Newcastle. I'm not too sure on that because there was a gardening.
Apparently, he was on like a waiting list. He was on a list. I was listening to a podcast, and he said they have like a list of managers just in case anything happens, and he was like high up on that list to replace Potter if he was to leave. So that was probably in place before him.
In that part, I believe that works, and all you want is a cohesive unit, something that we don't know or know anything about in the last decade or so, because we had someone that's papering over the cracks. You know, someone's going to mention Tuchel in a minute. Keep him away. I hate this guy with passion. But the Zerbi, like, why are we so quick? Again, another one. Why are we so quick to rush to judge the guy? You know, he's had bare injuries this year. Main players, by the way, even in the middle of the park. At Man United, when you think about it, he's not going to have to chop and change his pivot every year that wants to get picked off by Chelsea's and stuff like that. Because Chelsea might as well go buy Brian at this rate. It'd probably be cheaper to do so. And I'm just thinking, he's lost his main left back. He's right back, Veltman. He's already playing Lamptey. I'm not saying Lamptey's anything bad, but I think, again, he's not really got the best options in the world. I think, who are we to say no? Do you know where we are right now? Do you know where we want to be in the future? Do you get what I mean? I don't care who we get. I don't know. Who says Amarim's going to work out? Who says that Hansi Flick's going to work out? Who says anyone's going to work out at this rate? Do we want to see a style of football for once and actually have a season where side, when I come up to Manchester or another 20 times, that we're coming out from the East Stand saying, you know what, I enjoyed that. You know, can we
true, man.
Do you get what I mean? So just because he's getting pumped by Brighton in Europe, that's expected. That's normal.
Yeah, it's true.
It's in Rome. Rome's got pedigree. You know what it is, though? When have we stopped running pedigree? Because when it comes to the Champions League side, we always talk about heritage. Rome has got heritage. Brighton's got nothing. So what are we doing here? They got no experience, a lot of these players. So I'm just saying, it's a good argument, though.
No, it's fact.
I think he's out of his depth, bro, man. He's out of his depth, man. Honestly, God. I know you're saying injuries and so forth. And that, look, at the end of the day, you're right in the sense that who are we to say no to X, Y, and Z? Because look where we are.
He almost played against Cristante. What? That's a matchup. That's not fair.
I know.
Dybala, by the way, Dybala. Who said no to Dybala, man? Oh, Dybala's killing it right now.
What's it called? Van Heck.
Dybala. Let me ask you a question, yeah. This is a good question, yeah. You know what? Kaz is party, but man, big up to as well, Rhino. What do we want as fans? Do we want good football, yeah? Or do we want instant success where, you know, I mean, we might win the trophies and you bring in a manager who's pragmatic, yeah? What do people want? Like, I'm asking a question, like, because at the end of the day, yeah, the fan base is conflicted. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I see good football at my club here, I'd be patient to give a manager 1 year if he didn't bring in trophies. But the second year, you see that he was ready to bring in trophies. Rather than first year, we all demand that he has to win trophies. Where do people look at it? You know what I'm saying to you? Big up Adewale says, when have Brighton ever been in Europe? That's a good point as well. Big up to Adewale. But yeah, that's an open question to everyone. What do United fans want? Because I can't lie to you, yeah. It's one of them where you have to be entertained. When you go to Old Trafford, man, and you see shit football, you're seeing your team under the cosh, and you're seeing, you know, the other team has the football all the time. It's not great, man. Can't lie to you guys. It's not great.
I can't lie, bro. I want to style of play, man. I can't lie to you. When I go on the pit, when I go to Old Trafford, I see what our team play. I don't know what the plan is, bro. There's no identity, bro. That's what I need. I know I want trophies in that as well, but first things first, we just get a style of play, bro. Someone that can come and implement their strategy straight away. We need that ASAP. That's the first priority, I think. And then trophies will come, bro. Give us time, man. Don't think it straight away. Maybe like 2-3 seasons will be challenging, but right now we need to get back to basics, bro. Honestly,
we're not going to be challenging.
I disagree with that part.
We're not challenging.
Oh,
come on, man.
As a Man United fan, sorry, Osman. Sorry, go on.
No, I was about to say, look, I agreed with your first point, but to say we're going to be challenging 2-3 seasons, that's completely outrageous.
I'm saying it's possible. It's possible, but right now it's not possible.
Bro, man. Let's be real, man. You
don't think so?
To challenge in 2 seasons, that means title challenge. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not?
No chance. I've seen this squad. But this squad needs to get ripped up, bro. We've been here before. I was extremely guilty of thinking this as well. But we need about 15 players. We need a proper squad with the right mentality, right culture, and in the right identity of the new manager. And to answer your question, for me personally, style of play comes and identity comes before everything. Like trophies come later down the line. You need the foundations. We've got 0 foundations.
You're a waffle job. You know why you're a waffle job? I saw you a lot at Old Trafford last year We finished third with a trophy, and me and you was watching that final in.
Listen.
Wait. Let me expose Usman right now, yeah, because we were talking about going from third, you getting the right players, about challenging in the second year of Ten Hag for finally getting the sort of players that we needed, and we didn't, obviously. Do you remember that conversation?
No,
we were having it a lot. We were the positive ones, and now we're the negative ones.
Are you gonna let me rebuttal? Right. So to rebuttal to that, the Ten Hag situation. Firstly, I wanted him, like, from the gym. You can check my tweets; are still there. I want him desperately because I genuinely believed in his ability. Secondly, off the back of the first season, I felt he set the foundations up right for us to go on and actually have a good summer transfer window and actually kick on, because we got the trophy, we came third, and I thought he solidified our defense with Martinez and Varane, Casemiro. That I actually thought we had a lot to build on. I thought if we added like another 4 good signings, we'd actually be in the conversation at least. And if you actually look at the season, if we actually had a good window, this for me, this is the worst Premier League in terms of the quality. Like, I know people have said this is probably going to be one of the best title races in recent years, which I agree because they're so close. But if you actually look at the teams, Liverpool, City, and Arsenal, they're all like dropping points constantly, and it's like seeming like it's very neck and neck because none of them are real clear front runners. So for me, I think if Man United were half decent in terms of the summer window, we would at least been 6 points behind them. I mean, we're like 15, but we've dropped so many points. So,
by the way, Kofi, as a Man United fan, I'm disappointed in you. You know why?
Why, bro?
Because if we have a Europa League, especially Europa League, I don't know if we get Champions League. Sorry, I got to go in. I'll be back in like about 10 minutes. But anyways, look, the whole point is, as a Man United fan, especially someone that's probably from that era, I don't want to judge your age, you know. But we always have to demand trophies every year. Every year. Doesn't mean we should sack a man if he doesn't win. No. But we always have to set the standard. Otherwise, if we don't do it, then the new ones that have come to support Man United are going to act like Arsenal fans. That's not.
Bro, I hear you, but we have to be realistic, bro.
Come on, I know.
We're 4 miles off it, mate. 4 miles off it.
If Ten Hag could do it in one season, why can't we demand a trophy from somebody new?
Carabao Cup. Come on, mate.
Be right back.
You know what it is though. It kind of comes down to it. Like, I'm not gonna dismiss trophies and say I don't want it. Like, I'm not gonna come in and say, yo, I don't want trophies in it. But ultimately, it's about how we as fans judge how we see ourselves in our team, and what identity do we want? You know what I mean? Do we want the short-term success? Do we want the long-term success? What do we want as fans? Because every single time when we win games for the past couple of years, we've called it unsustainable. How have you noticed, for the past couple of years, no one has ever really been happy about, even like we've been happy about certain wins, and don't get me wrong, we've not complained, but majority of the time, nobody's really like satisfied the way Man United played. That's been a common theme throughout the whole, like, 4 or 5 years, last 4 or 5 years under Oli, and now under Ten Hag. It's been, we don't play good football. Trophies are amazing, and I want us to win that, but I think style as well. Nobody's been happy with that, man, and everyone's been complaining that the football is predictable and it's not great. It's not great. You know, we've all been complaining.
We're spoiled, man. We're spoiled, bro. Look what we grew up on, bro. We grew up on great football and trophies, bro. Now we got neither. You know what I mean? So it's understandable, man. Well, us United fans are all spoiled, bro.
You know what, as well? You go to Old Trafford, and you're there, Saeed. You know, these fans, we don't want to see players pass around the back. You see them as soon as we make a few passes around the back and all that, and we try and play any kind of style of football, they just get the ball forward, attack. Do you know what I mean? Just pass it. Just I think the Old Trafford crowd specifically, I think it's just a win now mentality. And I don't like the idea of postponing the idea of winning into the future, because you postpone it one year and then the next year, and then it just carries on to Arsenal, where you've not won anything, not won a major trophy for 20 years. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we've got to kind of hope for a little bit of both. We want a serious manager in who's demanding to win within the next couple of seasons, within 18 months. Like what we got with Ten Hag. Do you know what I mean? Ten Hag set himself up there with a League Cup. Unfortunately, he's not been able to follow up. And because he's not been able to follow up, his job's on the line now. I think that's fine. You've seen with the teams, and we've mentioned it many times before, Bayern, Barca, Chelsea, the most successful Premier League team under Abramovich, do you know what I mean, in the Premier League era. That kind of cutthroat, that demanding, and also it seeps through to the players as well, knowing that they've not got 2-3 years to kind of settle. They've got to perform now, and if you don't perform now, you don't win now, you're out. So for me, I think it's a combination of both. Really, I just don't want this idea of 2-3 years. That to me is nonsense. We've got to work in the now, really.
No, I agree. I agree to an extent. Obviously, like Manchester United should always be winning about trophies, but the reason I don't agree is because I think a lot of the times, especially at Manchester United, the manager kind of like sacrifices their identity for results. And obviously, I understand as a football fan, me first and foremost, I'll be complaining every day of the week. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I feel like we've been trying to take too many shortcuts. Like, there's no shortcut to success. I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to go through pain, which some United fans right now will say, "Oh, Usman, you want Ten Hag out the first time he's going through a difficult period," which is fair enough. But the reason I want Ten Hag out so much so is because there's no identity, there's no foundation set. Like, if Ten Hag had the foundation that we're playing good football, or we're trying to play a certain style of football, we're trying to control the game. Although he says all these things, there's no clear evidence. And for me, he kind of sacrificed his identity for results, and that was where he went wrong for me personally. And it comes back to the point, like, we know this in life, like, you can't cheat life, you can't take shortcuts. They are not shortcuts. If you want to be where we want to be in life, if we want to win the league, we want to do X, Y, and Z, we got to do it properly. We got to do it from the ground up. Start with the foundations and start from basics. It's like when you're coaching a player, or when they're going through a bad period, they always say, "I'll just go back to the basics. Just go back to what you know." That's what Manchester United are for me. We need to go back to the basics, hit the reset. We need to stop trying to be like, "Oh, get a manager and he's going to do X, Y, and Z." Although as fans, we want that because we've gone past the point. We're patient. Obviously, I get that. I'm the exact same as you. But the truth of the matter is, we got to bring a manager in that says, "Listen, it's going to be disgusting, but I'm going to stick to my principles. I'm going to play out from the back." And I'm going to use Arteta as an example because I was absolutely killing him. I was killing Arteta when he was trying to play at the back with Mustafi, Leno, Chambers, etc. Whoever else was in that team.
And even Ange, there's been so many managers.
They kept conceding goals. If you go back to that first 2 seasons, they kept conceding. And everyone was saying, "Leno, just hit it long. Leno, hit it long." And you know what? Arteta said, "No, I'm sticking to my principles. We're going to do it. I don't care if it hurts us. In the long run, it's going to pay off." And you know what? Fair play to him. I got to hold my hand up. I've got egg on my face because I didn't rate Arteta at all. But he's proved me wrong. He's proved a lot of other people wrong. But the point I'm trying to make is...
He's not won anything yet, though. He's not won anything yet, though. That's an Arsenal fans will continue to postpone and postpone and postpone.
No, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point. He's not won anything. Absolutely. Completely right. It's spot on. And that is obviously the priority. He has won the FA Cup, actually, by the way. But that being said, he's not obviously won anything since the FA Cup. But the point is, you want me and Arsenal fan that's Arteta out. You might get the odd 1 or 2 of the league, of course, as an exception. Maybe 5%, just say. But the truth of the matter is they're behind him and they're behind the players. Every single game, there's belief. That's what you want. They're building towards something. And United are trying to take shortcuts because they're so desperate to catch up to Liverpool and City. And now Arsenal, we keep trying to cheat it, and you can't cheat it. It's as simple as that. You got to do it properly. So for me, get the football, get the philosophy, get the players that suit the identity of the manager, and do it from the ground up. Simple as. Stop trying to cheat. It's not going to work.
It's difficult to say. Go on, sorry.
No, I was going to say big up to Ugwa next. Is big up, guys. What we need is a manager capable of establishing style of play and able to make top 4 in the first 2 seasons. Then we can get a winner. So you saying it's that you need a stepping stone manager then? Okay. Right. Okay, I didn't know that. Fair enough. Get a stepping stone manager. Fair.
Hey, would any of you keep Ten Hag though? Nah.
I think only you said you keep Ten Hag, didn't you? Kofi.
I don't want to keep him, but I wouldn't be that crazy mad. It's not their plan. I'll stand behind the club in it, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna work. But Ash, what about you, bro? Would you keep him?
No, not for me at all. I don't think he does anything well. I think he's no chance. I think, unless we're getting in Potter or Southgate, then yeah, I'd stick with Ten Hag. But I don't think he's got talent identification. I don't think he's got any charisma. I don't think he sets up a system, a style. I don't think he motivates the players. I don't see anything from Ten Hag that shows me that he's a manager that's capable at a very top level. Usman was talking about setting a style. Managers set the styles, really. You look at Bayern, you look at Barca, you look at any clubs around the world. Generally, it's the managers who set the style. So you can't come in and expect a manager to adhere to a club style. That's you look at City. City were building and kind of molding their club to Pep style. That wasn't a case of they were building a Pep style and then bring Pep into it, and then he kind of adjusts to how City play. It's always reliant upon the manager, and what we need first is a manager that's a proven winner that understands what it takes to get across the line. There's a few in the league, right? There's a few in European football football right now. Again, I've spoken about Amorim, who knows what it's like to take a fallen giant of a football club who hadn't won for 19 years, to reinvigorate that team, to pump a little bit of blood in, a little bit of excitement, and then take them and win a league title against two very big teams, by the way, in Porto and Benfica. Do you know what I mean? That's no mean feat. And you look what Inzaghi's done at Inter, the same thing again, you know, to go against the might of the Italian teams and to get across the line. And Nagelsmann's an interesting one because I feel like he's a potential to be that manager who can set a style and kind of get behind for 3 or 4 years. It's interesting in Nagelsmann because he was given the big job in Bayern, but I think the expectations were a little bit too high for him over there. He won something like he won 71% percentage of his games. He had 90 plus goals in the league. He was performing pretty well. But Bayern, you know, ruthless. They wanted him out after the treble, and Hansi Flick kind of put over expectations on that club. But United, again, going back to it's the manager that sets the style and sets the philosophy. Because once that manager leaves, it's a whole new start over again. Do you know what I mean? So then you've got to refer back to well, really, you've got to go for a manager that's a winner. Because if you're going for a manager that sets the style like someone like Arteta, we don't know if Arteta's a winner. We just know that Arteta can set a certain style. And we've seen that now for 3 or 4 years. How long is he going to be setting this style for until he wins? He might never win anything.
The fans can get behind that though. Like if you see
they've been getting behind for 20 years with Arsenal. That's the thing. So you want to win, don't you? Do you know what I mean? As much as it's great to watch a good team, you do want to win.
I hear what you're saying. You do want to win, especially at Manchester United. Of course, that is the beauty. But the point I'm trying to make is like, with Arteta, like you can see what the vision is, you can see what the potential, like the trajectory is. Like they're going in the right direction, and you got to remember where you picked them up from. And look, this is coming from a guy. You can go through my Twitter. I was absolutely battering Arteta, like ridiculing him to the absolute hills. So for me to say it, like you got to understand where Arsenal were when you picked them up from. They were literally below us. They were in the gutter, like. They were so far below. So for me, although you're right, obviously now he needs to get over the line. That's the next thing. And if he doesn't get over the line next season, let's say this season, next season, obviously he's got to get sacked. But you got to at least have that belief in a manager that's capable of bringing in the foundations. But for me, it's more important, like what Sir Jim said was Man United should have a style of play, full stop, regardless of the manager.
Who sets that though, Usman? Who sets that style? Who sets that style of play?
Man United need to find their identity. You know how we used to say we played, you know, the Busby Bay way or Sir Alex Ferguson way, like on the counter, transition, etc. That should be the identity, regardless of the manager. This is how Manchester United football play. Manchester United Football Club play, and I think that needs to be the overarching thing. It needs to actually come from above. I think it needs to come from the structure. And it has to be set in place where any manager comes in, similar to how Brighton replaced Potter with Zerbi. He literally picked up where Potter left and they played a similar style of football. So for me personally, it has to come from the actual club itself, and the manager needs to become somewhat of a byproduct and just play that football. I mean, you see at Ajax, you see at Barcelona, like obviously the Cruyff football, etc. Total football, that's ingrained in their DNA. If you think of Ajax, you think total football. If you think of Barcelona, you think tiki-taka, obviously total football as well. But that's their football. So we need to find what ours is again. And then we just need to, regardless of the manager, if you're not playing this football, you're out the door, simple as. So that's how that, for me, it's actually bigger than the manager. That's what it needs to be. We're a big club, we're not some joke club.
Yeah, you're right. I think also like rivals don't really know what we are like. You know what I mean? Like for long they've been talking about us as a counter-attacking team, man. Like that you know what, that really like pisses me off. You know, when a team all you do is just counter-attack. You know how that like flipping like low that is, yeah, when you hear that. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, you don't watch a team like Man United just to be a counter-attacking team. Listen, Fergie used to counter-attack, but also there was like element of like we used to like bop teams off. We'd win games convincingly. That was only a weapon, not the actual game plan. It wasn't a game plan to counterattack all the time, to not have possession all the time. Feels like with Ten Hag now, it's literally concede possession or whatever, and then you hit the break, you hit people on the break. That shouldn't be the reality of what Man United are, man. So I reckon the biggest thing for me, where INEOS talk about, is like they need to see something where people take notice of what Man United are. They respect us. They know. Like when Tuchel came in and talked about the 3-1-6, man had the game plan already. He's speaking to TNT Sports about our game plan. I'm like, yo, that's ridiculous, man. I don't want to be hearing about, managers knowing that our game plan already before we kicked off and exposing everyone. Come on, man. Like, I don't see that for me with Guardiola. We don't see with Klopp because they bring something new every single time. it's one of them where it's like it keeps refining every single time. You know what I mean?
That's why Sir Alex was so successful, because he implemented different styles over his entire career. And the idea of like we've got to have one fundamental style. I mean, styles and styles of play, they go out of date. So we could end up being stuck, like an Ajax has been over times where they've been stuck out of date and not kept up with the times. And Barcelona playing a little bit difficult in those situations where teams coming in like an Atletico Madrid who's playing a 4-4-2 and a lot more energetic and a lot sitting back and doing all that. So things change, So this idea that we've got to set a fundamental style, for me, it's pie in the sky. It's dreams. It's kind of it's fantasy, not built on any kind of history of football. Because football changes. That's one thing that's always happened in football. It's dynamic. It's constantly changing, and the thing that never changes is winning managers, regardless of the style. So as much as I like the idea of us having a specified style, to me it doesn't matter too much, because like I was just saying, I've seen Sir Alex play deep. I've seen him play more forward. I've seen us play wide. I've seen us play central. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a case of I want us to play a specific style of play where it's predictable, where United people know what's going to happen with Man United. I want us just to be a winning team and whatever it takes to get across the line, but also play good football, play attacking football, not have this mentality of, right, we've got to hold on to a win, we've got to somehow grind out a win. No, I want the idea like under Sir Alex, we just batter them. Do you know what I mean? We just keep going at them and we just don't stop. You know who does this best? And I hate to say it, and it's been amazing, I imagine, for Liverpool. Well, it has been amazing for Liverpool fans. But Jurgen Klopp, do you know what I mean? That attacking, that expressive football, do you know what I mean? And it's one of those where there's no managers right now out in world football who's like a Jurgen Klopp who wants to attack as mad as he is. You see it with Pep. He likes more a little bit build up round the back. It takes a little bit of his time, and that seems to be the overarching brand of football at the moment. It's one of those where, for me right now, I feel like football's in a flux. There isn't a dominant style right now in football, as we're seeing. There is no like dominant style. So just getting a manager who knows how to get the best out of the players and set up the best on the day, that to me is imperative. That's what's important. The idea of style, again, I'm not completely sold on it.
The issue with Ash, the issue with what you're saying is, although I understand where you're coming from, but for me the issue is, if you don't have a style or a clear philosophy, you're never going to have the fundamental as a club to progress. Like, for example, let's just use Man City as an example at the moment, because the one thing that you will say about Man City is their academy is flourishing, like similar how Chelsea did, Ajax is, Barca, etc. and so forth. And the reason it's flourishing is because they have a clear identity, and that identity is trickled down through the academy all the way down to the under 16s and so forth. And that then allows them to nurture the certain talents through the years in the manner which the first team plays. So when these players come through the ranks, they're already familiar in how the first team plays. So it becomes a more for sort of authentic, or I don't know, that's not the right word, but easier transition from the academy up into the first team, because they're already playing the same brand of football. So it's not just like, I'm not saying style of football in terms of like the top level, i.e. just the first team. I'm talking all the way through. The identity needs to be ingrained all the way down to the under 11s or whatever youngest age group is, that they're all playing the exact same football. Every single coach in the academy is playing the exact same football. If you went to Ajax Academy, if you went to Barcelona, if you went to even Man City now, although we despise them, if you went to them now, every single academy coach is playing Pep football, whether you like it or not. That's why players like Foden has come through. That's why players like Palmer, Bob, and so forth. As soon as Bob's coming to the team, who's just on, he's on his season now, the guy's playing the kind of football. Look at Cole Palmer. Look at the way he plays. He's a Man City player. That's what people say. He's a Man City player. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a Manchester United player? We don't know, because we haven't got a style. We haven't got an identity.
Yeah, fact.
You look at a certain player,
but that's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily true, does it? Because Pep's changed his style, hasn't he? He's not kept the same fundamental style all the way through. He changed his style.
I'm not saying that he can't change
the fundamentals.
Yeah, the fundamentals. That's what I'm saying. Fergie was a master.
I agree with you. Yeah, of course.
Adapting. That's why he was so successful. But what I'm trying to say is, when you look at players, you'll say, "Oh, that's a Barca player. That's a Bayern Munich player." You get what I'm saying? You don't say.
You know what? I think we're doing. Usman, I think we're doing all right when it comes to throughout the academy levels. You see with him our academy products that we bring through. Well, you can see that with the likes of Maino and Shea Lacey and Garnacho and talents that have come through in the past.
Okay, but The point I'm trying to make is like the transition for the likes of Lacey, Garnacho, Mino's an exception in my personal opinion, but obviously that's a different convo. But you know, the transition for them would be a lot easier as it was for Foden and Palmer and Bob now as well. You're seeing, and I'm sure there's another Man City players that they'll
but that's just now, innit? You look over the last couple of years, how many players have come through City in the first team? You've got Foden, and that's really about it. Do you know what I mean? It's this idea that it's all. It's kind of like.
Yeah, but if you look at But if you look at City players scattered in the Premier League, they all play a certain way. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe they weren't at the level. Look at that City level is outrageously high to get into. Yeah, but if you actually look at a player that's been on loan at City or is an academy player from City, regardless if they go to West Ham or so forth, you look at that player, you say, yeah, that's a City prospect. Yeah, that's a City academy graduate. Sorry, you can tell. Like with United, you can't. Like we've got Chong, we've got Gomez. Obviously, Gomez is doing all right at the moment. But look at Chong, you can't tell. And no disrespect to him, like believed in his ability, etc. But the point I'm trying to make is it needs to trickle down all the way, bro. You have to rip it all up. The club is rotten, top to bottom.
I get it. Yeah.
We got to rip it all up. Bro.
I know what you're saying. I mean, you do see the fundamentals with Chong and Elanga. I mean, they are attacking direct footballers. Do you know what I mean? So that was the system that we employed over the last 10, 20 years. Do you know what I mean? So you do see it with Manchester United players and Manchester United academy players. It's just
it's true. No. I think you're right. I think the recruitment team, they will have to get better, man, because the players that we brought in have been a joke, man. Because, you know what I mean? It's just, hopefully Dan Ashworth comes in. But that's another one as well that we need to get sorted out quickly. Big up to Craig, says, big up Mandem. I'd take Big Sam over Southgate, not even joking. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Big up to Craig, man. Always supporting the channel, man. You know what it is, yeah? Big up to everyone watching. If you could leave a like on the video, that would be great. Helps the algorithm. Drop a like down below. And get your comments in if you want to as well. You know what it is, yeah? I think getting Dan Ashworth in ASAP, you know, needs to happen, man. All my Baradas in the summer, but you need to just get this DOF involved as well, man. Quickly, like, don't know why that's getting a bit slow. You need to get that.
It's 21 million, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's 21 million that they've got to get over. Do you pay that? Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's, and if you do pay it, are you setting the precedent for the next transfers and that, knowing that United, that they're back to being normal, paying the big fees for play. So it's tough that.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Because did you reckon that impacts us sacking the manager then? Because obviously sacking Ten Hag would have to cost a lot of bit of money then. So that's 20 million there. And then you got sacking the manager is going to be 10 million, around 10 million for Ten Hag. So are people worried in that aspect that, you know, they might not sack
the FFP.
Ten Hag because FFP and stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one because end of the day, yeah, you'd rather sack the manager first, then get the DOF after, you know what I mean, and whatnot. Like, that's what I would do personally for me. But, you know what I mean, it's one of them where the manager, you know, he's going to be here till the summer anyway. Like, I don't think he's going to leave now. He's going to wait till the summer. We have to ride out the season out now. And, yeah, like, keep that momentum going. Someone say that Ashworth is not worth the headache. I think he is when you look at what he's going to do for the football club in terms of, you know, recruitment, in terms of footballing, you know, structure. We need that person in there, man. We need footballing brains, man. Like, that's what's been messing ourselves for so long. Say that again?
21 mil, though, man. That's just eating into our money for other stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of money, bro. 21 million. Come on, man.
You know what it is though. I don't see it as something that is a burden on United though. When you look at the money that, you know, what I mean, it's money that you have to spend, man. You have to spend this sort of money, man. If you want to be a top team, you got to spend money on the right people. You'd rather do that than spend 80-odd million trying to chase Anthony or whatever because you need him at your football club. You know what I mean? Sure, though, that Ashworth and them, man, wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that because they realised that it wasn't worth it. Let me ask
you a question here. Would you rather take Dan Ashworth for 21 million and not sack Ten Hag, or don't get Dan Ashworth and sack Ten Hag? What would you do?
Right, that's a good question. You know?
First option, yeah. Would you rather pay the 21 million and then not sack Ten Hag, but get Dan Ashworth, or you don't sack Ten Hag and you get Dan Ashworth? Do you get?
Oh, I get you. So basically, either pay for Ten Hag's contract to be removed, as in reboot, or
that's a good question, you know. I don't know, you know. That's a very good question, you know. I can't lie to you, man. Very good question. My thing is,
why can't we get both? Why can't we do both?
Yeah.
It's the money, bro.
I think in summer, I think Ash made a great point. I think they're definitely waiting out obviously there must be something in his contract saying obviously once you're mathematically out of top 4, it must go down a lot in the price. So I think basically Ash was spot on everything he said regarding that. I think exactly what he said. But for me, the Dan Ashworth 21 million, bro, come on, man, we're not paying that for a DYF. That's just ridiculous. Like,
so you rather keep Ten Hag then?
No, if you get rid of Ten Hag when he's got top 4, his money's obviously going to go down. And then Dan Ashworth, it might be the same situation with him. Like, come the end of the season, his contract obviously 1 year less, etc. Like, his money's going to go down. It's not going to be 21.
But if you had to pick, if you're saying either one or the other, which one would you rather prefer? Keep Ten Hag or get Dan Ashworth? If you had to pick,
that's easy.
Go on.
Go on then. Man said easy, you know. Go on.
Did you say keep Ten Hag?
Yeah.
Or get Dan Ashworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, get
no, but you have to only get one.
No.
You
can only do one or the other.
You have to keep Ten Hag with Dan Ashworth or sack Dan Ashworth.
Yeah.
Sack Ten Hag and not get Dan Ashworth.
Yeah.
There's I ain't seen a director of football at this club since David Gill. Forget Dan Ashworth, then go get me someone else. Go get me the dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, look at Omar Barada. None of us was aware of Omar Barada coming in. Do you know what I mean? He came completely out of left field and that. So there's other guys out there that potentially they could be looking at, and I'd be excited about a voice that we've not heard of, and someone that maybe INEOS and Omar Barada's got earmarked for that role instead of Dan Ashworth. I mean, I know what Dan Ashworth's done. He's done good things at Brighton and Newcastle in the England team, but he doesn't seem to stay at clubs very long, and he seems to have this kind of, he builds a wheel of people around him, and then once he's built that wheel, then he's not able to progress further on after that, or at least we've not seen him ever progress after the 3-4 years. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not completely sold on Dan Ashworth, although he's better than what we've had over the last 10-15 years for sure.
For real, man. 100%. Big up to Ibra says, Dan Ashworth is not the guy that scouts the players. He hires a group of specialists. They report to him. Then he will report to Sir Jim. Get Lewis Campos out of PSG. Bro, listen, Lewis Campos will be cold, man. But the thing is, what's happening at PSG might excite a Campos more than having superstars in the team. Like, he's used to managing Monaco. Monaco was a team where he brought in a lot of youth players and a lot of talent there. So I don't think he's a person who is in favor of that kind of, because he's the one that came in with that new project and new style. You know what I'm saying? So
the maddest thing,
it's one of them, man.
You know what the maddest thing, say? You know why this is this question's obviously a question, and obviously would you rather this or that? But let's not act like not only 4 or 5 weeks ago that we were absolutely twerking to have Paul Mitchell at our club.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, Paul Mitchell.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and also there's so many different directors of football. I think there's 2 that we were linked to. There was one from Roma and the one from Atletico Madrid. The one that I wanted,
Andrea Berta, very good. The Atletico Madrid, beast them.
Yeah. But until we can prove ourselves to run as a system, anyways, like as a unit at Man United, no one's gonna trust it until they see it, regardless. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then that's when we can start attracting I believe, anyways, the big names in the back rooms and stuff like that. And they want to see it on the pitch too. So no one wants to come into a rubbish environment. How many times have we gone into work sometimes and been in a bad environment? So I cannot wait to leave this. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. A long way to go, in my opinion. Long may the silence continue.
Can I just reel off a list of players that Andrea Berta, Kaz just mentioned him then, the Atletico Madrid director. He brought into Atletico Madrid, he brought in Jimenez, David Villa, Griezmann, Oblak, Diogo Jota, Rodri, Marcus Llorente, Diego Costa, Trippier. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them names, and a few of the bad ones. Okay, he's got João Felix, who's kind of a bit of a flop. Morata, who he's not the best striker, but he does a job for him. Yeah, he does a job for him, doesn't it? The Spanish Darwin Núñez. Do you know what I mean? So you look at someone who's got more experience across Europe signing players. I like the idea of Andrea Berta, but again, it's whether or not Barada and Brailsford are looking at more options other than Dan Ashworth, because right now I'd imagine we'd have heard something. It seems like we're just holding out for this 21 million that we're trying to not pay 21 million, and
can't be paid
which why are Newcastle gonna let him go? Do you know what I mean? I don't think they do let him go. They'll allow us to wait for a season or 2. Do you know what I mean? So we're stuck in this situation where we kind of have to pay 21 million. We shouldn't, but what else are we going to do here in this situation?
Gotta go elsewhere, bro, man.
I don't think so. Just pay the money. Who gives a shit? No, honestly,
we're in that situation again, Kaz, though.
No, that's
we're paying big money again and again.
We keep
big money for players. It's different to having big money to have someone successful in your boardroom, in my opinion. If you need to go pay, they said they'll pay whatever they need to make sure we have something good running, right? This is what they said. It was in the article, in more in depth. Go do it then. Because the board, I think the back room is so much more important than the pitch at this moment in time. Because no matter what, we're always going to see crap on the pitch. And then you can start haggling after, because you've got good people in good places. So if we have to pay it, just pay it. So what? Give them their dues. But after that, it's like play it. But when it comes to players, don't get taken the piss out. But that's the whole point of getting that Dan Ashworth and the recruitment properly done and stuff, to make sure you can start getting those deals done. Otherwise, why did you pay all that money then?
Bro, but this is our problem though, bro. Like you say, you have the United tax here, but it's our fault. Everyone said they'll give us a price, but yeah, we'll pay.
You always have tax.
We don't negotiate, bro. It's our own fault, really, by the tax.
Ollie said it as well. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Maguire.
Ollie said a lot of stuff. To be fair, under you know.
Yeah, Ollie was saying a lot of things, innit? I can't lie, bro. Good interview, but yeah, man, it's our fault, bro.
Throw in Anthony. Throw in Anthony in the deal. Do you know what I mean? Get some swap deals going on. Give him a few players.
Scott McTominay, you were interested in before.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Scott McTominay as well.
Did you not see the plan that of basically players that they're looking to get rid of? They're looking to basically have a clean out in the team. You know what I'm saying? To INEOS, like, you know, they're hoping to get rid of a lot of players, man. What are you not saying, man? In terms of the recruitment this summer, man. Who's not good enough? Who's good enough? Let me know, man. Let's have some conversation about players and whether they need to be part of the new plan. Casemiro's one of them mentioned, apparently, maybe looking to let go this summer. Yeah, man. What we saying? Rebuild happening. What we saying?
Could we flip it? Should we agree on
who should we keep?
Players we should keep, and then I guarantee it won't be more than 7 players.
Bruno Fernandes, what are you not saying? Bruno Fernandes, what are you not saying?
Get rid of him.
Bruno Fernandes. Did you see the comment, by the way, today by Regulon? Did you see the comment today, Regulon? That was bad, man.
Where he's crying.
Can't believe. Basically crying, and Bruno was like, "Yeah, it's cool, man. I look ugly anyway," or something like that.
What? I didn't see that comment.
It's missed, is it?
Mad.
You're not saying sell Bruno, yeah?
100%.
Are you mad?
I'd keep him on another manager.
I'll keep him, bro.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Why do I sell Bruno?
Saudi Arabia, man. Come and get him, man. Come and collect
PSG, him. Man. They love those kind of players, man. They need a name in it. Just take him. They came on Rashford.
Yeah, please.
Rashford and Bruno, both of you pack your bags, go to Paris, man.
You lot are ungrateful, man.
Ungrateful.
Anybody want to keep Rashford? I think we're all done with Rashford, yeah?
Yeah, I'm done with Rashford.
Everyone's done with Rashford, yeah?
Grateful.
You mean done with Rashford?
Yeah, why not?
Hold on a minute. Step by step. We'll take Rashford. But Kofi, you said ungrateful for Bruno. Explain to me why we're ungrateful
Bruno's
for Bruno.
He's given us some great times, bro. He's been a good captain. He's
been an awful captain.
When he came in, we were in a dark place, bro. He gave us a bit of light. Come on, man. Give him some credit, bro.
Kofi, do you know what shirt you're wearing right
Kofi,
now?
you were saying... sorry, it's a cast. Let me take this. Kofi, your words yourself. We should challenge in 2 years. Since Bruno's been here, we've gone backwards. Further from challenging, and Bruno has been the guy spearheading that charge. So
I hear you, but there's players that we could get out first before Bruno, man.
But that's not what Said's doing. He's just saying names that we want to get rid of if we could.
Yep.
I like a bit of money.
Bro, we need money. Get Bruno, Rashford, flipping Maguire, McTominay, the guys that you can get maybe some money for. Get them out the door. Obviously, there's other players that we need to go as well. Don't get me wrong. But come on, man. How many opportunities are these men going to get? He needs to go, bro. Ollie said it himself. He's too emotional. He lacks control. Ollie said it himself. He's too emotional. He lacks control. Like, that's coming from Ollie, one of the nicest guys on the block. And even he's saying, my man lacks control. He shows it every game, bro. Mino has been embarrassing Casemiro and Bruno every single game. When it comes to composure, you don't look at 18-year-old. You look at the guy who's won X amount of Champions League and the other guy who's been there, done that in terms of international football, etc. He's been about. And them two will look like the kids, and Mino looks like the adult. It's embarrassing. They can both go. I love Casemiro, but if it means we get good money for him, he can dip as well. So For me, we need a proper clear up, man. We need to get money.
Yeah.
And we need to start investing properly. We got to be ruthless, man. I don't know why.
Not going to happen that though, is it?
No,
it's not going to happen that though, is it? I think Bruno, you keep him around the team. You keep him around the team at least as a squad player. One thing that Bruno does give you, although he's not performing on the pitch at the moment, he does give you legs. He does give you that kind of commitment. Do you know what I mean? So keeping him around the squad, I think it's one of those things where it can be almost infectious with other players. And
I think it's the opposite
because we're not going to clear him out.
I think it's the opposite, and I'll tell you
exactly why. Casemiro, an actual winner.
No, exactly. People want to get.
Yeah, I'd keep both.
Oh no chance.
No. I think
that's a recipe of disaster for midfield. Two players that lack control.
Yeah, I'm not starting them, but you need midfielders. Do you know what I mean? You know, you need players around the squad. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of games in the season.
Where to get injured?
We've seen the season.
If I get injured, I can't lie. If they were to get injured, like players, God forbid that our future players get injured, and I see Casemiro and Bruno at probably 30 years old and 32 years old on the pitch, I'm getting PTSD all over again.
Why did we sign Mount? Why did we sign Mount then? What is he going to do?
I mean, that was a waste of money, clearly.
No, I know it was a waste of money.
I don't know.
What I'm saying is he could be the squad option and Bruno would sell him and get someone that can actually come and start potentially. Like,
so you take Mount over Bruno as a squad option?
100%.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
More time.
Okay.
Not because
not surprising.
Bro.
But guess what?
I don't know Mount plays,
we're not a conversation that Mount's more of a right winger than a central midfielder anyways.
To be honest, I don't rate Mount either. So
we even know.
I'd keep him around the fact
we just got to be a little bit realistic. We can't get rid of everyone. Every season, we this idea that's always sold to us that we're having a clear out. We never clear out anyone. Last season, we were told we're getting rid of Maguire, we're getting rid of McTominay, we're getting rid of these players. Do you know what I mean? We got rid of Fred, and that was about it. And we replaced Fred with a worse player in Amrabat. Do you know what I mean? For the same amount of money. So this season, it's going to be the same over again. It's not going to be some miraculous like yards that everyone's gone. We're going to have to be stuck with a lot of these players. So it's getting rid of the odd one or two big play. The players that essentially offer nothing. So don't get me wrong. I know McTominay comes on late in games and stuff, but McTominay for me is gone. Maguire's gone. You look at Eriksen's got to be gone.
Maguire's not going to go.
Maguire has to go.
I'll put money on Lindelof and Varane will go and Maguire will stay. I guarantee you that will happen.
Yeah, I
guarantee you Maguire will stay and Lindelof and Varane will go.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Guarantee you.
I can believe that as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's believable.
They got rid of all the main players and they got rid of Fred and kept Scott. I know Scott's our leading goal scorer, which says everything about the season, but like obviously you'd rather have Fred than Scott. Like it's just common sense. But for me personally, the reason I say Bruno is because he's a captain and quite clearly we failed under his leadership alongside the manager. And also, you said that it's good to have people like Bruno in their dressing room. I actually disagree because he's constantly moaning and berating the referee, and he's just negative vibes.
So did Roy Keane. I hate this argument. So did Roy Keane. We've had loads of bitches in the squad over the past. No, I mean, moaned and screamed at referees.
But Roy Keane actually impacts those games when things are going against.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. But I'm just talking about the bitching and the moaning. Do you know what I mean? I saw him bitch and moan loads of players. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Roy Keane leads by example. Yeah, he's bitching and I do X, Y, Z. But on the pitch, he's leading by example. Bruno is doing the bitching, but he's not leading on the pitch. He's going invisible, bro. Look at the game that we just played against City. First 30 minutes, I actually thought it was great. Obviously, got a good assist as well for Rashford. He did well. After that 30-minute period where Rashford should have bagged a couple, Bruno should have had a couple of assists, fair enough. But after that period, the guy, when they went against us, the guy disappeared, bro. And it's not the first time. Like, he's been here so long. We've got so much examples, and Bruno's not the only player. I don't want to scapegoat him. He's one of many. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is you've got to be ruthless. Arteta got rid of Aubameyang. Obviously, flipping matter. You know, Pep's got rid of when he was at Barca. He got rid of I think it was like Ronaldinho's Latin, etc.
I just don't think he's a big problem. You look at Eriksen. Eriksen's got to go before him. There's players that have got to go before him. McTominay's got to go before him.
Have you asked for context then, Said? Said, are you asking then who do we get rid of? Like fully in the team anyways in general or realistically?
But the thing is though, realistic is one of them where we as fans, if we have to understand that what we want and what we don't want in it. You know what I mean? So us fans, we're just talking about what we can do. I mean, the club are obviously going to do their thing. So realistic is always going to be one of them where you have to be very, very objective in it, you feel me? But yeah, man, I think for me it's one of them where, you know, it's we just got to, what do we want as fans? Big up us, man. Okay. But what do we want as fans? Yeah.
All right, cool. If that's the case, then let's not do realism. Let's see who the players would still get rid of then. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we do that? All right, fair. Bruno Rashford.
Get rid of them all, then. Do you know what I mean, Kaz? Get rid of them all. They're all shit.
Exactly. Let's just get rid of
everyone, bro.
Let's just say who.
Keep Hoyland and Mino. Do you know what I mean? That's it. I'm Varane. Hoyland, Mino, and Varane, and I'm happy.
Martinez.
Oh, Martinez. You know what? I forget Martinez. Do you know what I mean? Fucking love Martinez. But he's, injuries. Do you know what I mean? I know.
What you man saying? What you man saying?
I'd keep him. I think he deserves to actually be in a team that suits the way he plays. I think he's been actually all right the last few weeks as well. I don't think he's been the issue. So I'll give him his dues. I gave Anthony a chance. I can give anyone a chance. So that's another guy that has to go ASAP. You know what? I want to keep. No, I don't even. I'll keep Garnacho because he's young. He's 19, and as much as he's frustrating,
don't say that around here.
No.
A lot of people don't really like Garnacho.
But for me, those in my opinion, is I know he's frustrating, but at the same time, he's come into a bad Man United setup, just like Rashford did when he was very young, and that's why he is the way he is. He deserves a chance, and he's a teenager. And I know people say if you're good enough, you're old enough, and all that kind of stuff. But some people blossom at different times. Give him the chance to be in an attack.
Bro, he's so overrated, though, bro, man.
He deserves it. He deserves the chance.
Who's that?
He needs better coaching.
Yeah, exactly. How many times are we going to see players that suffer of coaching? Not everyone's naturally gifted like Mino. You know, like look at Marcel. Marcel and Rashford should be absolute world beaters. They should be.
Yeah. For me, bro, I feel like Garnacho still plays like an under 21 player, bro. Like he still plays like he's in the reserves.
Why is he playing like an under 21 player? That is because of coaching, isn't it?
I just think he's just not that great. But do you remember Adnan Januzaj, bro? What he was doing?
He's better than Januzaj. Better than Januzaj. Januzaj might be a better footballer, but overall in effectiveness in what has Januzaj ever did? Even that Real Sociedad, didn't it? Nothing.
I can't lie to you, man. Adnan Januzaj at his age was better than Garnacho. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Oh yeah,
come on, bro. I can't lie. I hear you though. It doesn't impact though, Kaz. I think Garnacho will probably do more than in his career. You get what I'm trying to say to you? But I think with Garnacho, in terms of overall play, Januzaj, send it to the shops, man. Ball carrying, ball dribbling, different level. Just not for him, he didn't get into the team. But when Louis van Gaal came in, that was a period where he should have been, for me, played more. But we got superstars. We got Di Maria. We had Falcao. He wasn't getting into the team, bro. He wasn't getting in.
What do you mean? Last time I checked, we was relying on him, and he got us the winner against Sunderland. Do you remember that one?
That was Moyes. That was Moyes.
It's like, you know what? Sometimes
Belgian Kaka.
I feel like this fan base has like short-term, like long-term memory loss or short-term memory loss or something.
Oh, it's PTSD. That's what you mean. PTSD. That's what he's got.
Yeah, he suffered under a Moyes. Let's be honest. But let's not think that he went away from Man United like most players might do and go win something or whatever. Like it's like, I don't know, Ashley Young and Darmian and all that kind of crap. He should have went on Friday at another team, no? He's been in some decent setups.
Van Gaal ruined him, bro.
Why didn't he thrive?
Van Gaal ruined his confidence, bro. Man just took him out of the team for no reason, bro. Did you get it? Like, how's that fair?
I know. Yeah, we've had a lot of our youngsters have suffered that the price of this regime. Anyways, let's be honest. That's why the term "whoever comes to Man United, your career is gonna die." It is like that. So yeah, maybe I'm.
We have career killers, man. Career killers.
I want to know about Shaw, Luke Shaw. That's what I want to know about Luke Shaw. Surely we're done with him now. Do you know what I mean? We can't keep relying on him.
This fan base, man. They still rate Luke Shaw, man. That's the problem.
The most I'll do is move him as a backup left centre back for the season and get a proper left back that's going to be available, because at least he's playing less games. Even then, he will still get injured. It means a position that we don't need to pay money for at least this summer. I'm done with him anyways. I think
who's got the biggest value? Big up to Simon. Can't sell them. No one could afford. Who's got the biggest value in the summer in terms of like actual price tag? I think first of all, I think Rashford's probably the biggest kind of like leverage we've got, like really, really big leverage. Like who's got the biggest kind of like you know what I mean, like transfer, you know what I mean, like dollar. Who do you reckon it is?
I'll say Bruno.
That we're actually going to sell. Bruno and Rashford, isn't it?
Maybe McTominay. He might get a 45.
He ain't getting
40 million.
They only wanted to pay 35 million for him last season.
Yeah, but this season, his goals, do you know what I mean? They'll be looking at thinking, you know, if he's getting more game time and stuff in their teams.
Yeah,
but what if they know that we want to sell though, so they can take stuff, but they know that.
No, but you know what we do, Kaz? Yeah, we wait for Leeds to get promoted. Yeah, they give us 30 million for Dan James. If they're giving us 30 million for Dan James, they'll easily give us 50 million for McTominay. Do you know what I mean?
They've got a different board than that now, though.
Who else?
Sancho ain't gonna get us a lot of money. I guarantee you that.
Sancho, yeah, that's the one as well, man. Sancho's a big one. But then again, a lot of people say, nah, you're not gonna get much for Sancho, man. You're not gonna get much for Sancho.
Casemiro might get us just 50 million from Saudi. That's the rumor, isn't it? 50, 55 million.
Man.
Nah, I think Sancho. You call PSG.
Nah, you're not gonna get that.
50 million. Take that, bro. You get me? Sancho's got to go.
Yeah, but PSG's under Enrique and a new regime as well. They wouldn't want no Casemiro.
What we getting for Anthony?
10 million.
15 maybe.
Oh my days, man.
No, I'm not even joking. We get 20 million max.
No, but Anthony, bro, who's gonna buy him, bro?
Bro,
No one's buying him, bro.
Probably goes back to Ajax.
No one's buying that, bro. That's free. You get me? Guys, shocking, man.
Nice arse and cheeks, man.
We're saying about Malacia.
Green, I'll get rid of him.
Yeah, gotta go.
There's something going on. He's not injured. My theory is, and obviously don't take a word for it. Allegedly, this is just thoughts, by the way. I don't think he's truly injured. I think there's something else, man.
There's something.
I'm
conspiracy theories. Yeah, but what's he doing? Do you mean, like,
am I allowed to speak my mind? What I think it might be? No. Maybe. I don't know. I reckon there's something involved with the police. I reckon there's something involved with the police with this guy because this ain't injury.
Oh, okay.
That's a bad allegation.
I don't know what's going on. That case got dropped, though, innit? That case, is that dropped or fully dropped or what, man? Like,
what case?
I already heard anything. She dropped a case, innit?
There was a case with
also,
Malacia.
Listen.
No, we're talking about Malacia.
Yeah, there was.
What's wrong?
Bro, did you see it today, man? They don't know what's going on with Malacia, bro. I don't know what's going on with this guy, you know.
I'm telling you now.
Listen.
But I swear, I heard he's really good friends with Quincy Promise. Just saying.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
That's what I read. I remember in the summer.
Bro, this guy, man, he came in fit as a fiddle. And my man just gone disappeared, man. Disappeared, bro.
They're done with him.
Like, what's happened to this guy? This guy needs a documentary, man. Like, genuinely, bro.
Missing.
No, I'm being serious, man.
Well, you know. I liked him as well, bro. It was a good backup, man.
Man.
When he first come in, he was the whole point until the Arsenal game, which I don't think he got. I thought after the first 10 minutes, I remember being at the game, and Saka had the best of him for 10 minutes, and he absolutely locked him up. And he was phenomenal. It was until the City game, his confidence got destroyed.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
You know what's mad, yeah? This is his injury record, yeah. Let me just pull it up right now. So, Man United has been injured the most combined everywhere. One game, 2 game missed, 3 game missed, 7 games missed for both club and country. In the summer, he was out for his country, and he had a knock here that he was out for 12 games as well. But here, he's been out for 233 days.
You know what's saying? You know why that knee injury is a lie? Do you know why he wasn't allowed in the preseason? They said he had an ear infection. So where did this knee injury come from? So that ear infection,
they lied, bro. They lied.
He didn't hear knee infection until later. And it's that's the only thing, because that's the only thing that can keep one out away from for a season is your knee. It's not even an ACL or nothing like that.
Yeah,
I'm saying conspiracy theory, obviously, but I'm just saying
we've not even seen him in the stadium either. We're not seeing him in the stadium in knee braces or nothing like that. It's like that's suspect in itself. Usually, players are injured. They'll come and they'll watch football. You'll see him at Old Trafford, but we're just not seeing him at all. So there is something more going on there.
Maybe he's been kidnapped. It's possible. Don't call me.
That's like kidnapped, you know. That's crazy. Big up to Simon Paul says the Maguire to West Ham failed because he wouldn't take the 5 million that United offered. He wanted the 10 wing. Most will be Saudi or pay them out. Yeah, listen, that one there, bro. You know what it is, yeah? To be a Man United player, they know your career goes downhill, innit? That's the problem. A lot of these players know they're going to be first teamers for their other clubs, innit? And they're just going to not get the same wages and not get the same status, man. And a lot of these guys, just, bro, even Wan-Bissaka now, Wan-Bissaka just random injury as well. Brother, my man, bro, was he hardly ever injured on the Ollie?
I think he fell out with, I swear he fell out with Ten. I think Wan-Bissaka's fell out with Ten Hag as well, though.
But the guy doesn't speak, bro.
Yeah, he was never injured.
How's he gonna fall out Ten Hag? He doesn't even say a word.
Injured. Let me look at his injury record as well. Broski, I'm telling you now, man, under this manager here, the amount of injuries we've had, yeah, the weird injuries. And people want to make graphs about, oh, he's never had his players. I'm like, there must be a reason what's going on. The high intensity, is it the fucking, you know what I mean, bro? Like,
hey, we got the Arsenal curse. We got a doctor from Arsenal, and when he was there, they had loads of injuries, and all of a sudden, it's brought it over to us. Like, are you doing your job?
Yeah.
I Ten Hag's training at its peak, bro. Just bare running and that, bro. So what do you expect? Do you know what I mean?
Bro, this is crazy. You know, let me just pull this up, man, guys, man. This is gonna shock you again, man. Another one here. Look. United, yeah. Look at this. This season, he's been out for 44 days, yeah. Oh, this is under Ten Hag, by the way. 43 days, 44 days, 66 days. But before that, look at that. Under Ollie, under Ten Hag, look. Look at that, nothing. Hardly been out. Missed one game, 3 games. Yeah, literally. Then when Ten Hag's coming, boom, spiraled out of control, mate. Man's out for bare hella days.
It's the training, bro.
No reason. It is mad, you know, but unknown. And this one here is unknown injury. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know themselves. Man said unknown injury. And people want to talk about broski, like, oh, this is, bro, I don't know what's going on at this club, man.
It's mad. If Bruno gets injured, that's when we know.
Do you know what I mean?
Because he never gets injured.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, man.
Wait, isn't he like a doubt as well? Anyways, as well, Bruno. Like,
oh yeah, I heard about that.
It was last week, yeah.
Yeah. Even in the
well, it's weird with Ten Hag. I've never seen it with another manager before. He doesn't like to release the medical details of what the players are doing and stuff. You always see him in the press conferences, like, you know, it's none of my business to be releasing the medical details. I'd love us to go to like a system that you see in American sports where you have an injury report, so you know exactly what's going on with a game, with the players who are coming up into the game in the coming week and that. But because it's too much, it leaves us fans like not understanding what's going on and where we're at as a football club. Do you know what I mean? It's confusing to see all these players just out.
Facts.
For real.
Why did we let go of Alvaro Fernandez all of a sudden? Like, having a good season, goes to Benfica, but we need a left back all this time. What? We're paying Lindelof at left.
How many players are How many players are set to return to Man United in the summer? You got to have who else? So obviously you got the Greenwood situation that has to deal with
Charlie McNeil,
deal with itself.
Dangor,
Charlie McNeil, Dangor,
who should be in this team, by the way.
We find out who's on loan.
Who else is on loan?
You got Joe Hugo's
Hannibal. We got Hannibal over at Sevilla, but we'll probably get some money for Hannibal.
Is he playing?
He played at the weekend. Played 53 minutes. They dragged him off because he was awful.
Yeah, Van der Beek.
No way.
I don't know how he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think he's at.
Donny's not doing well. I can't lie to you. He's not doing well. So here's the players.
He's not doing too bad.
Oh shit! Eric Bailly is still alone.
No, that's cap. That's cap.
No, because even Ethan Laird ain't there.
Yeah, Ethan Laird ain't there either, bro.
Will Fish is
Will Fish.
Oh yeah, Brandon Williams as well. He's up Ipswich.
Williams,
Pelletier, man.
Look at Sofian Amrabat with hair, yo. Man actually had hair, you know.
That's crazy.
No, you mean he should still like? Have you seen his hairline when he shaves it? It's still there. It's intact.
Nah, that's tattooed on. That's tattooed on.
Ashley Young. Remember Ashley Young?
No, I've got hair now, bro. I don't know about now.
Ashley Young, yo, like he faked having hair, man. He faked not having hair, and he had hair all along, man. You get me? So we got Jadon Sancho, Hannibal, Pelestri. Oh yeah, Donny van der Beek, Greenwood, Alvaro Fernandez, Brandon Williams, and Dan Gore.
Well, let's be honest, they're not adding anything, are they, Saeed? Let's be honest, none of them are adding anything to this squad or this team.
No,
do you know what I mean?
They're not adding anything, man.
We're trying to excel them, do you know what I mean?
We're finished, man. I swear down, bro. We're finished, bro. I swear down, my guys. And you know what's mad, yeah? This is the first season that nobody really has identified any targets. Nobody really is like, yo, I got one player that we really want. Like back in the day, last season it was Harry Kane. Really, let me ask you a question. Does anybody know, what you really want this summer? Do you have a list in your head? You don't, do you? Like, let's be honest.
I do a little bit. I want Tadibo. 1,000,000%. I want that Gutierrez left back from Girona. That's another one that I want, who I think we've been linked with actually goals. So I think we get to Debo anyways. I think Luke Shaw can be moved to left centre back. On right wing, I want Michael Elise. I don't care about his injury record or whatever. I believe they're going to revamp stuff.
The injury record, man.
I think
injury record.
He's young enough. I want Elise personally. I don't want Neto. I do and I don't. I wouldn't mind either or. And there's one midfielder that is cheap. We need him. He's technical. He's strong, and he's a box to box. And next to mine, he'd be perfect. Name's Manu Kone.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, big fan. By Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah,
Good player, very good player.
Is he hyped though? Is he still hyped now? It's been a couple of years now. We're talking about Manu Kone.
Good. He's a very good.
Shout out to HKN, man. He's been.
You know what? Actually, to be fair, I wouldn't mind a Nico Williams or Elise. That's my two options personally because he's got a release clause, so it'll be easy deal.
Oh, Nico Williams. I thought you were talking about
43 million.
Yeah, Nico Williams.
Yeah.
Neto, I would rather go get Neto, man.
I want Manu Kone. I think Ahmad, if we go for like a 4-2-3-1 for next season, just or whatever, or however it is, I think Ahmad needs to be that guy. If we play in a 10, I think he should go in a 10. He's got too much.
He needs a chance, man. Ten Hag is not fancy at all. God knows why.
Yeah.
Weird, bro.
I don't want Kevin. I think Thuram is super overrated. I'm not a big fan. I like Nice. Nice are doing well this season, but Thuram ain't one of the players that's impressing me personally.
I'd go for Antonio Silva at Benfica, like him, but Todibo, like Kaz has said. You know what I'd go for? One out of left field, and it'd be a nightmare to get him, but he's a monster. Jared Bowen. Do you know what I mean? He just puts in he puts in goals.
Jared Bowen.
On that right hand side. More goals than Saka.
We're better than
that.
Would you not take Morgan Gibbs White though? That's another player that I wanted personally.
Nah, man, can't lie. Good for his level. Good for his level, man. He's at his level, man. He's at his level. Yeah. That's his level, man. That's his level, bro. Even though I do think he's a good player and he's decent on his day, but that's his level, my friend. You know what I mean? Like, so
we're not talking strikers, and we need a striker. We can't go into another season.
I don't know.
We need a striker.
Difficult one, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's a back.
Saeed's always saying Vlahovic. I'm a fan of Vlahovic, but getting him from Juve is going to be tough.
Yeah,
it's going to be second fiddle.
Osman.
Yeah,
we know that it's going to be a second fiddle type striker.
No, we ain't buying a marquee signing for a striker. No way, man.
It's going to be a young player.
Really alone, bro. You know what?
Maybe or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lautaro Martinez.
We're gonna wrap up. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Not a fan at all. Not a fan.
I like him.
Yeah,
he's one that works in a 2-man striker kind of thing. We don't do that. So
yeah. Listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. It's been a good show, man. It's called Evening Vibes. New show every Thursday, people, man. Hopefully, we'll have the similar guest on next week as well. You get me? We're just chilled out, man. Chilled out United talk, man. Sometimes I feel like we argue a lot, like the Mandem talk. Like there's too many shows. Have you noticed my shows? They're always too heated, man. I just like to chill sometimes, man. It's gonna be a chilled out show. We may have some disagreements, don't get me wrong, but for the most of it, we're gonna try and just have a chilled out chat on Manchester United, man.
Kofi's gonna
I mean, until obviously they stress everyone out and then we start cussing the team, you know what I mean, and whatnot. So that's that, man. But listen, Ash, big up to you, my bro. Hope you're all well, and yeah, man, big up for coming on, man.
Yeah, pleasure as always. And nice to speak to the lads and chat, getting involved and all that. And we've all got the same goals and hopes for United, innit? We just all want to see United do well. So that's all that matters, innit? And as always, Saeed, for bringing on content creators, you know what I mean, from all over the place, the best at it. So follow me at Ash Meppers on any of the socials. I appreciate it, boys, and we'll do it again. I'm back on Sunday with you, and then we'll come over on next Thursday as well. Book it in.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up. Always, man. Kofi, big up, man. Find him on TikTok. He's on the FYP. If you don't see this guy on the FYP on your TikTok, then you're not watching TikTok. You know what I'm saying to you? Big up Kofi, man.
Yeah, follow me on TikTok, the Real Kofi B. All socials, Real Kofi B. Yeah, man. Big up everyone in the chat. See you next time, man.
Yeah, man. Kaz, you're live as well today, aren't you? Never far 11 o'clock.
I'm trying to follow the Real Kofi B right now on TikTok.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Phone him, man. Get on him. I'm saying to you.
He's got 262,000
make sure you get your notifications on, bro.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it.
We got your
some
thing,
big
man.
links on there, man. Some big links on there. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you follow him, man. Share, follow, never fall. We're going to redirect to, I think, Rhino's live with Traps. They got a new show. So go over there, guys. Saeed TV Raid on Rhino and subscribe to his channel, man. Yeah, support everyone. Check out Kaz, he's live later on. Support everyone's channels. And yeah, man, we're out. Peace.